If you have the desire and, most importantly, the free time to really dive into games, the open world lineup of 2026 should make you happy. Many of the biggest releases we were promised in 2025 have been pushed into 2026. And in this video we are going through the top 20 open world games that are worth keeping on your radar. What's up guys, it's Braz and here we go. We open with the Blood of Dawnwalker. The hook is clean and sharp. By day you walk the world as a human mercenary. By night you become a full vampire. Across a fixed cycle of 30 days and nights, the campaign plays out, and every choice inside that loop pushes the world toward either recovery or complete collapse. Set in late medieval Europe with a strong Carpathian mood, the game feels more like a grounded, dark historical drama than bright high fantasy. Recent gameplay footage shows how much the combat and presentation have tightened up compared to the first reveal. Cloth and armor react more naturally, hits land with more weight, and animations look less stiff. The camera now gives a better read on enemy groups and spacing, even if a slightly higher angle would make positioning clearer. The game is marketed as a narrative sandbox. There is no strict line between main and side quests. Every quest chain is just another thread in a web of stories tied to factions, villages, and cursed bloodlines, and the game tracks how often the player leans on the human side or the vampire side while resolving them. Grand Theft Auto 6 now has a firm spot on the calendar, November 19, 2026, with launch confirmed only for PS5 and Xbox Series. Rockstar openly said it needs extra time, which matches how ambitious the project looks. The story unfolds in the state of Leonida, a twisted mirror of Florida with Vice City as the dense urban core and a ring of swamps, highways, dusty small towns, and beach resorts around it. Official footage already shows thick crowds, social media feeds inside the game, and a world that feels permanently online, a little too close to real Florida news streams. The map is structured more like a whole state than a single metropolis. Moving from tight city blocks to alligator-filled wetlands and run-down roadside motels brings clear shifts in mood. Rockstar keeps the full story under wraps, but the Bonnie and Clyde-inspired duo at the center and the focus on smartphone culture make it clear how much chaos here will come from viral stunts, filmed crimes, and public overreaction. Technically, the game already broke records. The first trailer smashed YouTube view counts, and analysts keep calling GTA 6 the most expensive entertainment project ever produced, which lines up with the amount of visible detail in every frame. Hopefully there won't be any more delays, and we'll actually get to play it in 2026. Crimson Desert has quietly moved away from its original MMO from the makers of Black Desert label and is now positioned as a big single-player open-world action RPG. The continent of Pywell is not just decoration, but a messy lived-in space full of feudal politics, mercenary contracts, and random trouble in the wilderness. Pearl Abyss leans into a heavy, physical style of gameplay. The protagonist climbs cliffs, grabs onto flying creatures, falls off them, brawls in taverns, takes part in large battles, and still finds time for peaceful activities like hunting, fishing, and trading. The open world is built around a mix of scripted and dynamic events. Large-scale battles with dozens of fighters, sieges, caravans, sudden bosses on the road, and many side stories that often come not from icons on the map, but from what is happening in the environment. Technically, this is one of Pearl Abyss's most ambitious projects to date. Complex weather systems, day-night cycles, and highly detailed armor and scenery already push it into the top end of 2026 releases visually. With GTA 6 now moved to late 2026, Crimson Desert automatically became one of the main single-player open-world launches for the spring window, especially for players who miss big story-driven adventures and do not want another live service grind. Agefield High Rock the School goes for a very specific fantasy. A small American town in the early 2000s, pop-punk, cheap hoodies, and the graduation clock ticking for everyone. The player takes the role of Sam, the new kid pulled into a chaotic rock the school plan by classmates Kale and Axel. And the whole thing is framed like an interactive teen comedy. The campus, a couple of nearby neighborhoods, the town center, and the surrounding countryside form a compact open world with a real-time schedule and a school system. Skipping class has consequences, but it also exposes Sam to side jobs, weird situations, and extra storylines. This game clearly does not chase cutting-edge graphics. It is built around nostalgia for school years, with the mood and humor of American Pie and all kinds of awkward, goofy, borderline situations. Games in this specific niche are rare, and for people who waited for a Bully 2 that never happened, this looks like a decent alternative. The Steam page calls it a mix of comedy, satire, satire and hard-edged humor, with an adult rating for alcohol, suicidal themes, and sexual innuendo, so the tone is far from a clean school drama. Instead of a giant map, the developers focus on density, a few dozen main missions, side activities, lessons that play out as mini-games, and shops where Sam can blow money on clothes, tattoos, bikes, and other stuff. By the way, while I was looking up info on this game, I was cracking up at comments under the trailer. Like, ChatGPT generate me a sequel to Bully, or the blonde with space buns looks like a young female Willem Dafoe. That actually sounds pretty funny. The new Fable sits in a strange position. Officially, it still carries a 2026 window, with Microsoft having already confirmed a delay from an earlier target, but there have been no big showings since summer 2025. At the same time, recent Xbox roadmaps still list Fable as one of the key releases for this generation, even while Playground Games is also responsible for Forza Horizon 6. That naturally raises questions in the community about whether the studio has enough capacity to ship two AAA projects in the same year. On the technical side, Fable is built on the same Forza tech base as Horizon, which explains the near CG quality lighting, wet cobblestone streets, and dense forests seen in trailers. The tone is recognizably British, sarcastic,